March 23rd, 2023. It is just a normal day for most of you, I assume. And is there anyone who is born on March 23rd? No one? Okay, so I can fully assume that it's just a normal day for all of you. Well, to me, it was also an unremarkable day back then. It was just a normal, ordinary day for me and my family. But right now, when I look back, I can confidently say that it is the day when my life started to take for the better, and it started to change into the right path. I found myself in a car with my father in Mandalay. We were driving around the town looking at real estate that my father could invest in. Of course, at the time I didn't know anything about investing, no real estate. I was just there because of my mother's orders. And how the day just passed, me and my father, we ate a very delicious lunch. Our stomachs were full, and my water levels were at their peaks. In the evening, my eyes started to give up. In that situation, my father asked me a question, very unrelated to our surroundings. And that caught me off guard. The question goes like this. My father asked me, "Son, do you really want to attend two schools? You know, it's hard, right?" After he said those words, I responded with what a normal person would respond to a strange question. I hesitated at first. After that, I answered with a simple, "Of course." Well, those two words were one of the most important decisions I have made in my life yet. Before I knew it, I was attending the Burmese school and also the international school. My schedule was tighter than ever, and I was busier than ever in my entire life. I was sleeping at around 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m. in the morning because of my studies. And both of my classes are very important as I am an Asian child as well. Both of my parents wanted me to get good grades in both schools, and I hope you can relate to that as well. So my schedule was tighter than ever, and I was very tired. Attending two schools thing is very hard. From an adult's perspective, this navigating through the school studies, managing your schedule is straightforward. It's easy. But for us, young people who are studying 5 or more hours per day, attending school and extra classes, for example, English classes, and young people who are constantly distracted by social media, video games, and electronic devices. This challenge seems impossible to overcome. But it is very easy to overcome it if you think about it. So, for us young children, these are the periods where everything is filled to the brim with difficulties, challenges, comebacks, setbacks, and first steps. Well, most people doesn't really think about the first steps, but I can assure you that it is one of the most important things that a person can do in their life. The first step is you going from still to moving. You're going from still to running. In physics terms, we say the object has now velocity. That is how important the first step is. However, the first step, taking that first step is scary. It is the most scariest thing in the process of success. The first step, taking the first step is like climbing a stair, but you're like this. You can't see anything. You're just putting your foot forward and going trusting in your faith and like hoping that you don't fall. So while climbing that stair, you will fail, you will fall, you will get hurt. And this uncertainty creates a sort of doubt in our mind, fear in our mind. Some people are overcome by these fears and they never take the step. And they die without ever getting closer to their goals. And I don't want you guys to happen like that. So today, I'm here to give you guys a little tip to reduce the level of scariness that the first step can bring towards you. So my tip to you guys is to think about the small little things. Okay, most people think about dreaming big, going big, but have you ever thought about the literal processes that are involved in there? I can assure you that you don't. You just think about your goals, but sometimes you forgot about those little things. Okay, now imagine that you really wanted to go to a restaurant. Think about the restaurant right now in your mind. You really want to go to it. If you are an adult and you can drive a car, what do? You drive the car to the restaurant, right? But if you are a child, you beg your parents, and if you're lucky, then they will take you to the restaurant. But while driving to that restaurant, have you ever thought about taking your keys, taking your phones? Have you ever thought about those processes in detail? You have not. I can assure you that. But those are the phases where everything can go wrong. Okay, now imagine that you're at the restaurant. Okay, you're at the entrance. You try to look for your phone in your pocket, and it's not here with that. And you suddenly realize that you have forgotten it at your house. Well, it is a minor annoyance, right? Left in your phone at your house is nothing. But and then you continue in getting that meal. You sit down, you order a delicious meal, you enjoy your general lunch, and then it now comes the time to pay the bills. And you reach into your back pocket to, wait, you feel nothing. Where's my wallet? You try to find your wallet everywhere, and you don't see it. Well, where is it? And you panic, because you have to pay the bills now, right? You panic because you don't find your wallet, and the waiter comes to you and then you say, I have nothing to pay. Like that. Well, it's just a minor inconvenience for you and the rest. But in the process of becoming successful, it is one of the most important things to not fail in these small steps. There's like a quote that I read in a book. It says, small things, big impacts. So my tip to you is to think about those small steps, small little things in detail. Maybe write about them in the morning. Take only about 15 minutes. Even if you are too bored, take 5 minutes. 5 minutes is enough to list all the things that you're going to do in your life in detail. So, and I would like to bring back everything right now. In the process of success, taking the first step is the most important thing that you can do. But it's hard. Me standing up and coming to here from that chair feels like the hardest moment in my life. I was scared. I'm nervous. I'm right now nervous as well. So taking that first step is hard. When I stand up, I feel like a rock is on top of me. I can't stand up. My muscles are tired. But by thinking about the little steps, just an example by the way, thinking about the little steps, by thinking about my feelings, for example, like I can do this or stuff like that, both thinking about those made me overcome that fear and then stand up here and talk to you guys. So about these small steps in your life is very important. But I have to tell you guys something. Even if you think about those small steps, you will still face failures. That is just inevitable. Failure is inevitable in your life. But do not think of them as a blockade in your path, but as an obstacle to fall through, as an obstacle to overcome. And I wish you all good luck. Maybe you can take my advice, maybe you cannot, but I wish you guys good luck in your life, and I wish you guys that you can make it to your goals. Thank you very much.